Hello, friends. I have been doing some researching for a video that I want to do, and it is about unhinged Reddit subs. I want to do an iceberg, and I'm going to be quite honest with you. I have found some absolutely disgusting things along the way. So much so that I'm a bit nervous about making that video, and not only making it, but having to dive back into what some of these subs are. So if I do it, I may not do a deep dive on each one because I fear some of them. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of them are quite scary. But along the way, I have found some banned Reddit subs, and I thought, you know what? These are easier to talk about. That's some of them you're gonna be like, wow, that's sad that was easier, but they are easier to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Number 1, we have Nutscapes. Well, this one is literally just someone teabagging the photo instead of what is that called where people would jump in your photo at the last moment? I feel pretty stupid for not being able to remember the name of that, but this is just someone dropping them into the picture. You know, if you don't know what teabagging is, you probably shouldn't be here. So basically, that's in a nutshell. It's someone teabagging a photo. Next is the fappening. The Fappening was a subreddit that started all the way back in 2014. It was started for the purpose of sharing and discussing stolen nudes of celebrities. Not joking, degenerates. Of course, you know, I think it's pretty obvious why this one shouldn't exist anymore. Nutscapes, you could argue, because some of the things I found yesterday that are not banned, I think Nutscapes should be allowed. I'm just going to go ahead and hot take that one. Like, if you're going to have these other ones out here, let the people have their Nutscapes. Anyways, this one, the Fappening, I'm glad it's banned. Fuck that. That's stupid. Up next, we have Jailbait. I don't think I've been putting the R. Sorry, I'm typing it in. You're going to see it. I'm honestly too upset to explain R Jailbait. If you understand it, I'm sorry, and if you don't, great. Don't worry about it. We've got, I feel like I'm going to say this one weird. We have R Meet O Sub Incision. This was a community that displayed explicit and graphic photos of modified wieners. Pretty self-explanatory from that there. Don't really have anything else to say about it other than I'm super glad that when I clicked on this one for my iceberg that it was banned, so I did not have to see these things. I'm gonna be honest, I was scarred enough yesterday without having to see this sub. And then we have R Shit in Panties. Yep. Couldn't really find anything on this one, honestly, by looking it up. So I'm assuming, you know, it just is what it says it is. I can't imagine that it would have been anything else, but I can't imagine that some of the photos were probably worse than others. And also super glad this one was banned and it didn't show me any images yesterday. But I did think it was odd because a lot of these subreddits, if you Google them, they'll give you kind of like a short little description of what it was. And most of them are exactly what they sound like, and I'm sure this one is too. But I just find it kind of odd that no one said anything about this one online. But although I couldn't find anyone talking about it like I did the other ones, it was for sure there because it said it's banned when I went to look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is probably my favorite. Don't judge me, okay? Do not judge me for having a favorite of these. That's not fair of you. We've got R Off-Center Buttholes. I'm just excited this one existed. I'm gonna be totally for real with you. I'm just excited this one existed. And I part of me wishes that I had gotten to see examples of these. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you could think I'm a degenerate, that's fine. I think that Off-Center Buttholes is pretty funny. You know, like, if you believe in God, this is definitely God's comedy right here. Like, I really hope that it wasn't that, you know, something happened to like, if something awful happened to someone that gave them an off-center butthole, I sincerely apologize. I'm just imagining that these are naturally this way, And I'm not imagining them in a way of where they would severely impact people's lives. So if that is the case, I sincerely apologize. But I'm just imagining it being a little bit off center, and I think that it makes me laugh. I'm sorry. But yes, this one was exactly what it sounded like. It was just buttholes that were off center. Yeah. Okay, and then last but not least, we have R Immobile. This one, I had no idea until I looked it up what it was going to be about. I'm going to be honest with you. And after some of the things I saw yesterday, my mind went to the worst possible place. So I was I'm not going to use the word delighted to find out what it was about, because it's still, but it's better than what I thought. It was apparently a sub where users encouraged each other to get fat and show it off. And they talked about being able to get disability and quit working and things of that nature. But it was also connected to certain edish, I don't know how to say that word. Look, I'll kind of I'll put in like what I'm trying to say. It was connected with that, and so like I totally understand why it would be taken off there. Like, look, I don't want to kink shame, all right? I don't want to do that. But when you're putting someone's life at risk, maybe find something else. Maybe get over it. Maybe build a bridge, get over it, quit putting people's life at risk for what's in your pants, because it's gross. You suck. You suck. And should they be doing it? No, they should not be doing that for you. But like, I'm just going to go ahead and say this subreddit probably sucked ass. It was probably horrible. I'm glad it's banned. But alright guys, that is all I have for today. I'm sure there are more banned subreddits, and if I come across enough, I'll probably do another one of these videos, because it was pretty good. I didn't hate it. I hated what led me to the banned subreddits, because again, some of the ones that are still allowed and not banned, and the fact that some of these are banned that I just read off to you, ridiculous. Like, if I ever make the iceberg and you're brave enough to go look at some of the ones that made it on there that aren't banned, you'll see why. I mean, just me talking about them would probably be enough. You don't even need to go look. Like, I mean, scarred for life. My friends are making jokes while we're playing games at night. And after that, I can't see the jokes the same way anymore. And I just kind of want to go cry on my pillow. But anyways, I appreciate you staying and watching. If you watched the whole video, if you would like to leave me a like or subscribe, that would be amazeballs. And if you would not, then I will try again next time. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.